Singularity with Sector 4077.
What's up, boys and girls, and welcome to another episode of Blast from the Past. This is Sector 4077, and this week we're playing Singularity. We play as Nathan Renko, and we're an American soldier sent off to a small island off the Russian coast to investigate it. Yeah, you know why? Because there's some kind of anomaly that we gotta check out. And right as soon as we get pretty much on the helicopter almost, what happens? Some idiot sets off an EMP and we go spinning. And next thing you know, we're on the island alone. Well, at least we have a working radio and everything. And eventually, I'm sure we'll hear somebody's voice. I hope. Anyways, we landed on Katorga 12. That's what the island's name is. Duh. And what it is that on this island, eventually we're going to find out that there was some top secret stuff going on. There's a Russian project. Yeah, we find out about. Doesn't become as top secret as it used to be. And it involves this element called E99. And this E99 is craziness because it has the ability to rip through time itself. The fabric of time. Okay? So let's handle it with care. Maybe I should wear some gloves or something. Yeah, I don't know. Now, this E99 is strewn all about the island, okay? And basically, you use it to upgrade your weapons and everything like that. You actually spend it, sort of like currency, okay? But there's some weapons that actually have E99 infused into it, okay? So that makes it, all the more better, right? Right. Well, one of my favorite weapons that this game has is called the Seeker, okay? Do you ever want to shoot somebody right square in the nuts? Well, with this weapon, you can do it. You know why? Well, because when you go to shoot it, it's actually going to go into slow motion, and you can actually steer the bullet through time and space. Well, not time, but through space. And right to your target. So, you want to hit that guy right in the head, and you shot kind of low, raise that bullet up, buddy. Yeah, so that's one of my favorite weapons of the game. Called the Seeker, like I said before. Now, for Katorga 12, because of all these experiments going on, it's actually put Katorga 12 to exist in what's called a singularity, hence the name of the game, okay? Whereas the island itself exists both in 1955 and 2010, and that's for story purposes, that's why I gave those dates, because we're going to be phasing back and forth in those times, all right? And you'll see what I mean once you play the game, if you decide to play the game, all right? Another kind of tool that we're actually going to get, you saw it at the beginning, but we actually don't get that for a little bit of gameplay, and then we'll pick it up. It's called the TMD, or Time Manipulation Device. What that can do, well, there's many things it can do, because you will upgrade it here and there, which it won't cost you any E99 to do. You automatically get it when you walk up to an upgrade little station, if you want to call it, okay? And the first upgrade you actually get, you can actually manipulate time to where you can either age or reverse age objects and humans and creatures, because, this island here is full of mutations, so, yeah, watch out. Maybe keep those gloves on from handling the E99, just in case. Actually, I think you are wearing gloves in this. Now that I'm thinking about it, that's a good idea. Don't want them getting eaten by some kind of foreign killer bacteria or something. But yeah, so that's pretty much the premise of the game. Now, like I said, there are other upgrades for your TMD, such as there's one that's called Deadlock, where you actually create a sphere. And any enemies or anything that walk into that sphere, time will stop for them, and then you can just shoot them. And then when that deadlock disappears, because it is limited time, they'll eventually go down. Okay, and actually, I think there's a trophy where if you kill like so many enemies within that deadlock, you can get a trophy for it, and that's really easy to do. You just keep the deadlock moving, or going, because you can, set one, and then you can set another one like right after the other one goes away. Now you have to be careful because you only have so much E99 for your TMD, because that's what it uses. It doesn't actually use the E99 itself. It uses E99 cells, and that's a little bit different from the E99 when you pick them up. But it's like a certain duration, and you'll see what I'm talking about. There's a little status bar for your TMD device. Okay. All in all, I think it was a fun game. It's not the most original idea, no. And of course there are similarities, especially to like BioShock, because you'll notice when you go through, a lot of the storytelling is done through audio logs, and they're actually reel-to-reel tape recorders laying around. Some of them are aged, and you have to reverse age them in order to listen to them, and some you can just walk up to them. All right, I would have liked to not see that, because it can be a little bit of a pain in the ass if you want to hear the story, but you don't want to be standing around all day. Because, see, the problem with these audio logs are that when you walk away from them, you can't hear them. So you have to kind of stand by them to hear them. Whereas BioShock, you could walk anywhere and you would hear the whole audio log. So it wouldn't impede your playing. That kind of does here, all right? The voice acting is not too bad in this. It could be better. The very first person that you really talk to is the ever-popular Nolan North. But other than that, the voice acting is it's par. I'll just say it's par. Okay, it's not too bad. All in all, pick up the game. It's pretty cheap now, and hey, it's worth the time. At least worth a rent if you can find it, or even used. But we are coming to the end of this video. We will be back next week with a new episode of Blast from the Past. This is Sector4077 saying take care and cheers. Thank you so much for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and thank you. Bye-bye.